Hey guys, we're back again. This video is in response to a question that Emma posted on chapter 14. It was for 14.8. So here we see the section in the video right here that was giving her struggles. She asked, why is this 9 here when we're finding the distance between Pn or MR? So I'm going to show you for the distance between P to N because the process for M to R would be exactly the same. So if I want to think about my distance formula is really always the change in y squared plus the change in x squared, and then we have to square root that whole thing because we know this is just really a manipulation of the Pythagorean theorem. We're working with right triangles here. So what we want to think about is what is the change in x to go from P to N, and what's the change in y to go from P to N, and really think about that right triangle. So when I set this up, my change in x, my change in y is what I do first. I start at a y value of b, and then I have a y value of 0 because p is on the x-axis. So n has a y value of b that we solved earlier in that video, and this has a y value of 0. Then for the delta x, this has an x value of a, and this has an x value of negative 2a. So when we go to do that, I take a minus a negative 2a, and that really gives me 3a. So my delta x is going to become 3a. Now remember, when I square a term that has multiple pieces to it, I have to square every part of that term. So hopefully now you're starting to see where that 9 might have come from. So when I square my b minus 0, well, that's just b, so that gives me b squared, and we'll write that simplified here in a moment. When I square into the parentheses here, my 3 squared gives me 9, and my a squared just gives me a squared. And then we move on, and we can rearrange it because it's nice to put our variable terms in order. So we're going to put our a term first. We get 9a squared, and then our b term next, plus the b squared. All of that still under the radical. And since this is a fairly complicated binomial, we're just going to leave it in the radical form. So Emma, hopefully that helps you figure out exactly how we did that for p to n, and we're going to do the same process for m to r. So hopefully you can do that on your own. Always just make sure that you're using that delta y and delta x as part of the right triangle. If you guys have anything else, please let me know. Aside from that, I don't think I have any other questions to respond to right now, so have a great day.